Good day, my friends. God is accessible at all times. 24 hours a day, He is on permanent duty. The alcoholic can therefore address Him his worries, his prayers, his grievances, even his thanks at all times. But who could demonstrate such availability? What is more, we have access to the dispenser of graces par excellence. We would be wrong to deprive ourselves of it. And yet, there are many of these alcoholics who will ignore this urgent call from God to conversion. We must not fear the word conversion. To convert is essentially to become aware of our wanderings and decide to trust God. Because God must be at the heart of our rehabilitation, otherwise it could turn out to be extremely tedious, even sterile. It is therefore important to attach oneself to Jesus Christ, because only He can lead us to a happy and useful sobriety. It is therefore essential for the informed reader to properly integrate that only Jesus Christ can lead us to safety. On the other hand, God cannot be conceived because He is the inconceivable. We don't create God. He is from all eternity, begotten, not made. There is only one God in three persons. All other deities are man-made deities and cannot lead to salvation. It is therefore in a perspective of spiritual progression and under the aegis of an eminently merciful God that the AA member sharpens his defense arsenal day after day. And God knows he'll have to use it more and more, because the evil one will never stop trying to undermine his faith and his sobriety through painful temporal events. Adherence to a new way of life doesn't mean that the crossing will not be rough at times. Many events, health, matrimony, professional, financial, etc., will punctuate our journey of sobriety, often unexpectedly. The keystone? A greater faith and a greater trust in Jesus Christ, the name above all names. Millions of people will not accept to recognize in Him their personal Savior, just as Jews simply did not accept to recognize Him as a crucified and annihilated Messiah. And yet, in Him lies the salvation of every alcoholic. Even though many AA members choose a loving God as a higher power, trying to put aside the Judeo-Christian aspect conveyed in their childhood, it remains nonetheless that this God of love manifested Himself in Jesus Christ and only in Jesus Christ in our current world. It is ultimately unavoidable, irrefutable, undeniable. Consequently, we have to get there sooner or later. Refusing to believe is therefore risking to perish. I do personally believe that God, through His only Son, will give the runner every chance. In His great wisdom, He will manifest Himself to man, offering them nothing less than their personal redemption. So every human being will be able, even if this decision occurs at the time of his particular judgment, opt for redemption and access the gates of the kingdom of heaven. Have a great day, everyone.